Lay Ill Kid at OneYoungsta, holding it down, bringing that street geek and nerd soul. What is up, my people? Today, coming with another wonderful episode of Loungin. Man, we made it. Another week. It's Black Friday, y'all. That's right. Black people doing their thing. Black Friday. Can't you feel it? So, of course, guys, this is Loungin. We're going to get into, celebrities, politics, Twitter topics, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's a free-for-all gamut that we run. It has a diverse array of topics, but I will pass it off because I'm not by myself. Lisa, say what's up.
Hey, y'all.
And big shout out to not only Lady Lisa, but also Madam Butterfly, who is part of
Black Together.
A walk in her shoes. So, matter of fact, let her know we live. She might be able to come up in here and holler at us. So anyway, Yamani is in the house. What up? Nice to see you. Shouts out. Yeah, dropping that heat. I'm trying to drop heat every day for y'all. Trying to come out and let's talk. Let's have a good time. Join the conversation. Let's get into, whether it's pop culture or some geek stuff, gaming. Let's have a good time. So, since it's Black Friday, and I was live yesterday, but I didn't get to, give thanks. I wanted to say thank you guys, honestly, for all of y'all coming through. If you're watching this on the replay, if you're watching this live, if you're lurking, whatever it is, I wanted to give thanks. Off top, I wanted to give a big shout out and thanks to all my Patreon supporters, Boogsworthy, Enrique Carrion, Fillmore Pockets, Jamali, Kibi23, Panda, Sean Wynn, Thought Crimes, Tim I, Tyler B. You know what I'm saying? You guys help me do a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? Trust me, I take those pennies and I be trying to, stretch them, turn 15, make $1 out of 15 cents. You know what I'm saying? Every little bit helps, seriously. Whether you giving $1 or giving $1 million. Actually, if you giving $1 million, thank you too. But seriously, my Patreon supporters, big shout out to y'all. Also, once again, you guys that are watching, people that watch every day, or even if you're watching once a week, watching at all, you know what I'm saying? I understand your time is precious. You could be anywhere in the world. You could be watching anything. There's tons of stuff to watch on TV, there's tons of stuff to watch on YouTube, plus Twitch, plus whatever other, Instagram, Facebook, whatever. And then there's regular TV like Netflix, Hulu, whatever. So y'all hanging out, talking with me like yesterday with Star Trek or tomorrow with Star Wars and stuff means a lot. It's dope. Thank you so much. Also, I'd like to thank you guys as far as the community here in accepting and being real cool with the new stuff we've been trying this year. And I'll wait until our end of the year show to kind of go more in depth. But you guys have been welcoming to Lady Lisa and Madam Butterfly for a walk in her shoes. You guys really came out and represented and showed some cool, some cool love to the homies, Parker Lewis and also Anwar Highsign on everything you didn't know you needed, because that's their joint that they're starting off. So I just thank y'all because, I know sometimes when you have a channel, people are like, hey, I only want to see this and that's all I want to see and I don't want to see nobody else. I don't want you to expand or change. I don't want you to get different. I don't want you to do nothing. And I like the fact that you guys are allowing me, I mean, even if you wouldn't allow me, I'd still do it. But you guys are allowing, the channel and me to be diverse and not stay pigeonholed and kind of like make the same videos over and over and over again. And have cool conversations that matter. Like talking about Dylan and Cole earlier this week, with them kind of like stealing the look and what that means for appropriation on Black artists and artistry and stuff of that nature. So this means a lot. So thank you for that. And of course, shouts out and thank you for all of y'all that share, like, comment, all that mess. It's a big deal. I've been growing, slowly but surely ever since I started this. So I just thank y'all, man. We're moving on towards 5K. Actually, I'm closer to 5K than I'm to 1K. So moving on to 5K, moving on to 10K, and hopefully you guys are, ready to continue this journey. But without, being too mushy, all right? We'll get mushy at the end of the year. Right now, we've got topics. And did you have something that you want to start? Did you want me to pick the first one?
I want you to pick the first one.
Okay. Let's start off with something semi-light. Jenna James said 35 years ago today, Rocky IV was released in theaters. What does that have to do
with the price?
I was just trying to thank you for coming in. And here you come talking about Rocky Balboa. Even though Rocky IV was a classic. But anyway, Kevin Hart dropped a special on Netflix. Oh yeah. And he said there's no F's given. Oh, he's going all out. Oh, he ain't gonna care about nobody. He gonna do this comedy raw and real. And he did it from his house, due to the COVID corona timeline. And we found out that the response wasn't maybe exactly what he wanted. Maybe it wasn't, maybe he didn't get the response that he expected to get. Now, I watched it. Lady Lisa watched it with me. Was the special unfunny? No, I don't think it was unfunny. There were times that I laughed. Is it his best? No. But the bad thing here is I think that these last 3 specials have slowly declined in funny level. And that's a problem. Now, outside of that, this isn't really a review of that, but more about a commentary on the response. So Kevin comes out with a special, no F's given. Comes up, Netflix promotes it, boom, pow. Everybody's out there watching it, everything's great. You know what I'm saying? They're watching it, and then all of a sudden, people say, hey, this ain't funny. Even articles like, this is a feeble attempt. You know what I'm saying? This is a horrible, comedy special. It's not funny. And the problem here is that I've seen isn't so much from the unfunny part or the feeble attempt at comedy, is once again we're seeing Kevin Hart come out with these, I guess, social media responses that are like, I'm speaking to the people that didn't like it. And he makes 2 videos on, I believe, Instagram Live, where he was like, I don't care. I make money. I don't care. But the videos and the fact that you're making, all kinds of responses show that you do care.
Yeah. And the thing is, it's okay to care. In my opinion, as a comedian, you should care.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not to say that, you're going to, make changes just because someone, says, oh, I didn't like it. And so you immediately go back to the drawing board.
Yeah, just changes. Make what they want.
But you need to take it in. If people are, and I think a lot of these people, quite honestly, are fans. These aren't just random people.
Yeah, these aren't people just hating on him.
Don't like him anyway.
Yeah.
But, these are fans saying, hey, it's just, this is not as funny as it was before, da-da-da. And then he wants to go into, people change and I've grown. It's like, what does that have to do with you? Have you grown out of comedy, sir?
Thank you. What's up, Zia? Zia's in the house. Jenna James, Yamani in the house. What up? It's not an issue of us expecting you to tell us your old jokes. Mm-hmm. We're expecting to laugh when you tell jokes, period.
Yeah.
It's not as funny as it used to be. I got some laughs. What up, Panda? Nice to see you. I did get some laughs. Not nearly as many as I should have. Your first 3 specials compared to your last 3, there's a large difference. And Kev, or sorry, if I could call you Kev. Kevin Hart, once again, is standing behind this, not really a facade. This facade of uncaring, and then also this shield of success. Like, oh, well, I'm rich, so I don't care. I'm rich. I made money. I'm funny because I'm successful. And it's like, no, you're successful because you were funny. You may be unsuccessful if you don't stop being unfunny. And there's this weird energy around not only him, but a lot of people that are backing him up of like, well, he's got money. You know what I'm saying? Nobody has to listen to you. He's got money. You know what I'm saying?
How did he get that money?
How did he get that money? By being funny. By all of us unanimously saying that was funny. And now the shtick is wearing thin. And I think a lot of people that were early fans are getting tired of the shtick, and you're seeing them kind of voice it to a certain degree. Mm-hmm. Now, Jenna James says Kevin was buck dancing. His crew of friends weren't able to go joke stealing around the circuit due to the pandemic. Ooh, now I don't know if they be joke stealing. I don't know. I ain't gonna go there. Now, I will say one thing about the jokes. It does seem like the specials that existed before him and his wife split, or during the time that they were splitting, are funnier than the specials after. And it reminded me of an interview that his ex-wife was in, talking about how her and him, or he and her, or whatever, you know what I'm saying, would write jokes together. Like, you know, maybe like, that joke goes too long, end it right here, or say this at the end, or try that, you know what I'm saying? And remember, her as his wife doesn't have to be a yes man. I think Kevin's surrounded by a whole bunch of yes men that whatever he says, they're like, oh yeah, that's funny, boss. And it's not really working out like he thought it would. Because like I said, this is the third special that has been on a decline in laughs or laugh level for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I did laugh in this special, but I could definitely tell I wasn't like, ha ha. Like, I wasn't doing none of those joints. Madam Butterfly says, you should care about the progression of your craft. True. And Zia says that's what separates him from the likes of Chappelle and Eddie. Yep. And I was about to get into that. We were speaking offline. I was like, maybe he needs to take some time and switch up his style. Dave switched up his style. Eddie switched up his style. You know, like Delirious compared to Raw are two very different Eddies. You know what I'm saying? Chappelle before the Chappelle show and Chappelle after the Chappelle show are two different days. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I think maybe it's time for Kev to take a step back and say, all right, let me switch up my style. Like, I know I'm funny, but let me attack comedy differently or something like that. But you got to get yes men out of your camp to be able to do that. Also, going on the point that Tariq Nasheed was making, if you do switch up your style, the shtick that your white fans love so much, let's be honest, you might have to let that go. And on the logistical side, Kevin Hart actually does. There's a lot of people defending on that shtick. You know what I'm saying? He's little. He talks fast. He's, you know, and make jokes about him because he's short. You know what I'm saying? And that is his shtick. And you know, Kevin Hart, what is it? Heartbeat Productions and Kevin Hart Studios or whatever. All that stuff. All these people are making money because of the shtick. The same shtick that works in Life of Pets, which I love. That works in, you know, Ride Along, or works in whatever he's in, and also in the stand-up. That's what they're paying to see. Yeah. And it's a risk to change your style and let go of what they're paying to see, because I'm not blind to the fact that, like, look, you got to make money. Now too many people are depending on you. You got 2 kids by this woman. You got 2 kids by this woman. All right. And you got a big old house. You got cars, plural. You got all kinds of stuff. You ain't got no time to be, we can't be experimenting out here. So I do get that as well. You know what I'm saying? I do get that as well.
And
but
then also then the question then becomes, okay, is he more concerned about the money he's making from stand-up or more concerned about the money he's making from movies? Because if he is making more money and has more potential to continue to make more money from movies, he needs to keep everything the same. Because like you said, that's what people are coming to see. So he may have to kind of make a choice between the two because it just doesn't seem to be working anymore for stand-up.
Yeah, and or you can do a thing where it's like, hey, when I do movies, y'all can get the old Kevin Hart where I'm short and I talk fast and it's funny because I'm little and that kind of thing. And then when you do your stand-up, you crush it on another level and you flip the game around. Because, it doesn't seem to be working. Now, Panda came through. Panda says, wasn't Cat Williams going in on Kevin Hart for a minute? Said something to the effect that he was a puppet for Hollywood. Yeah, or a Hollywood puppet. Yeah, Cat's been... we'll never know. Something between Kevin Hart and Cat, I don't know what it is, but something happened probably a long time ago, and Cat Williams is not too keen on him. And then Cat Williams, when he did that video laughing at Kevin Hart, because, he was like, it's a set with a stage, man. He was like, this ain't your house. Now, at the same time, your house might be large enough to build a little stage and stuff on it. But speaking of the house, the joke that he tells about brick oven pizza, I think is a large problem with his comedy. Go with me for a second. He tells this joke, and I'm assuming we've all seen the special. If we haven't, it's not a spoiler. It's on Netflix. You can watch it whenever. Either you paying for Netflix or you stealing your mama's account. So,
Thank goodness.
Or their friends, brothers. You stealing somebody's account.
Why you gotta be stealing?
Everybody in the world got Netflix.
Why aren't they just using the account?
They're utilizing their account. So he tells this story about how how Jerry Seinfeld has a brick oven pizza. Has a brick oven to make brick oven pizza, and how he goes there and he experiences how many people were impressed by it.
White people.
And immediately wants it. That is, even though it's a joke, that could be very telling of the mentality of Kevin Hart now.
I didn't think
as
about
opposed
that.
to Kevin Hart back in the day.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah, because that joke, I was like, yes, this is kind of funny. Like, black people responded, yeah, white people do this, black people do this. Okay, that's funny, I get it. But it's interesting that Jerry Seinfeld has something that white people love, and immediately you want it. Not because you love brick oven pizza, not because you love to cook.
You love
not
people's
because
response to
you
it.
love people's response to the thing. You just want to do the trick again, aka you want to do your shtick again. I got the same laugh. It's like, how you get a laugh out of someone and you try to do like the same thing, but the laugh it's not the same. It's like he's trying to get someone else's praise.
But isn't it interesting, going along with that, isn't it interesting when he said after he got it and he tried to do an event just like, Jerry Seinfeld did, and it did not go off the same way.
Not at all.
At all.
You want to know why?
It was a flop.
Because Kev, your base are black people. Your first movie that most people know of, I'm not talking about the hood joints. Your first movie was basically Soul Plane. All right? Let's be for real. Your base is black folks. And if black folks are saying that it's not funny no more, or it's not as funny, then it's time to retool a little something. We ain't saying we hate you or something. That's another thing. And as artists, I'm sure some of you guys might be artists, or we have to remember, it's not, in a lot of cases, people aren't saying that they don't like you.
Yeah.
They don't like the thing that you made. And just because you made it doesn't mean that it's gold. Sometimes you drop a turd. Like, for instance, Tyler Bennett said Black Lives Matter. Oh boy. You see what happens when Tyler gets let in here? You see what happens? So, for instance, I do graphic design, 9 to 5 graphic design for commercial real estate. So I don't know, posters, brochures, websites, whatever. All right. So a lot of times on the other side of the game, young people that are in art school will come to me, especially on my LinkedIn. How is it? What is it like? Man, you made it. You're working here and blah blah blah. And do you have any advice? And my biggest advice to them, or the advice that I give the most, not the biggest advice. Well, this is big advice. You can say it's big. No. It's bigly. It's given bigly. No. Is that it's not yours. When I make something for a client, it's not mine. If they don't like it, then they don't like it. It's not mine to have. If they want it to be pink, purple, green, red, orange, black, whatever, let it be that. Stop trying to fight them over what it should be or what it shouldn't be. It's not yours. Now, flip the game on comedy. This is your comedy, but remember, it doesn't exist in a bubble. My videos don't exist in a bubble. You guys take part in it. You make comments. We talk together. We have a conversation about it. My videos don't exist in a bubble. So say if I was to say something and all you guys were like, say if all of you guys were like, hey, I don't know what you're doing. I can't hear you. I can't understand what you're saying. Your microphone's not working. And I was like, it don't matter. I'm rich. You just gonna have to see if you can hear all you can because I made money being with this microphone or something. See, this is a give and take. Similar to any of these properties out here, Star Wars, Star Trek, whatever, there's a give and take between the writers, directors, and the people that are watching it. You know what I'm saying? Now, of course, I won't do everything you guys want to do, but I do enjoy having these conversations. So like, say if you guys pick out something, I'm like, hey, that is interesting. Let's talk about that. It seems that Kev's perspective is that the door is completely shut. You either take what I give you or you're a hater. And you have to be very careful about that, especially when it comes to using the success and money as a shield, because trust me, everyone who's talented ain't rich. So being rich or making money because you're a comedian doesn't mean that you're talented as a comedian. Doesn't mean that you're the most talented.
And everybody who's rich ain't talented.
Thank you. So you have to be very careful. But yeah, that's kind of what I thought about this whole fallout between him and, everyone that didn't like it and him kind of like putting out his message. Because I mean, when he put out the live, and remember the last live talking about he had a target on his back. Kev, you're one of the most liked comedians. You're one of the most like socially acceptable black men on screen right now. Stop it. No, there ain't no target on your back.
People are targeting you to tell the truth. There's a target on your back to find out and tell the truth about what you've done.
Oh man,
that's all that was.
Yeah, okay. So it's like it's weird, and I would like to see a little less insecurity. Even though we kind of, if you watch the Kevin Hart documentary, that was kind of self-congratulatory. But if you watch this documentary, you see where a lot of this work habit and insecurity around money comes from. So I understand it, but we have to always work to break this stuff. Trust me, I have my own insecurities, but I work to break them. I don't work to keep them, to shelter them, to guard them so I can, I don't know, have them around for fun. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. That's how I feel about it. You got any final thoughts on Kev?
I'm done with Kevin. I really am.
Yeah, I am kind of done. I'm like, dude, just be funny. And, I feel just like in a different way, but I feel about him the way I feel about another comedian. I feel like she just needs to be funny and stop all the other BS. All this other noise around you is noise. Be funny, and people will forget the rest.
Yeah,
but that's a whole nother thing.
Yeah, because I'm getting a little tired of him pretty much whining about stuff that he's done. That's the thing. You out here doing stuff, and you're whining because people are saying something about it. Well, what did you expect to happen? What did you really expect to happen?
Yeah, and it's like, what's up, Boogsworthy? In my opinion, Kev needs more grounded material. Yeah, I like the family stuff, but you need to attack it from a different angle, man. You need to attack the family dynamic from a different angle. Tyler Bennett said that's sexist. Say her name. Blurter said Monique. Shouts to Zia said, Corey isn't washed up. You either F with his comedy style or not. If you like Kev or SNL comics, then Corey won't be your speed. Corey for the future, not for the buck dancing folk.
Culture,
sorry. Look, here's the thing. I think that you can like Corey Holcomb and like SNL. But SNL just ain't funny. It's not. Their skits go way too long.
Way too long.
And the people that are on it aren't funny. But you can like both. You can like Kevin Hart and like Corey Holcomb. I do. I like Kevin Hart and Cat Williams. I like Eddie Murphy and Dave Chappelle. I like them. But I want Kev Hart to step up his game. He needs to get rid of the people in his crew because they're all yes men. We saw it in the documentary. Get people around him that will challenge him comedically and make him raise his game. And then the next special will be out of this world. So yeah, this is how I feel. And yes, I'm talking about Monique. She need to fire her husband.
Not as a husband.
No, fire her husband. I didn't say divorce.
Right.
Fire your husband.
Yeah.
He is not a manager. You should not call your manager daddy. The end. That's all. No more. I ain't gonna go there no more. I'm tired. We've talked about her before. We've been down this road. Fire that man. Maybe the problem is because you ain't funny no more. Say something funny. If you was making motherfuckers laugh, then we wouldn't be having this problem. I digress. I can see I'm already getting there. I apologize. I even told y'all I would not talk about her no more. So that's my fault. That's me. See?
No, it's not your fault. No, was it Tyler Bennett?
Tyler Bennett said, say her name.
Yeah, see, Tyler Bennett, don't let him suck y'all in. I'm looking at some of these comments. He's sucking y'all into conversations and arguments y'all won't trying to have. Tyler Bennett, I see you.
Tyler Bennett, see, I ain't reading no more of your comments. All right, so next up, what we got next? I know you pick. What we got next?
Let's go ahead and talk about this Halle Berry, Lisa Raye thing.
Halle Berry. All right,
and
check
don't peace queen me.
Peace queen. All right, going to read the article because
the article.
I took a nap.
You mean the tweet?
Nah, the tweet covers an article where your girl Lisa Raye made a statement, but I took a nap. I woke up. I was like, oh, so Lisa Raye been in these streets just talking. First thing, why you get the article up? Let me tell y'all, don't watch Fox Soul. It's corny. I'll never tell y'all to not watch nothing.
I just have the tweet, honey. I don't have the.
Click on that.
On the picture?
Yes.
Okay.
There you go. See, see, we here now.
All right. Okay.
Don't watch Fox Soul. Don't watch it. Don't.
I tried.
Don't.
I tried.
Don't watch.
I tried, and I just can't.
Don't.
When I watched the one,
Fox Soul got greenlit. Boogsworthy, I got you. Fox Soul got greenlit because they figured if they got some corny, washed up, half-cooning black people to come on their platform and act like they had true black media commentary that black people would follow and watch, and they would work and rise in the black juice algorithm. It's not really working out for them. What you have is like the washed up has-beens of housewives just talking trash over each other. But I digress.
And when I saw it, that was the first time I saw them, was when I saw there was a video where they were talking to Ice Cube, and the way they went in on him talking
like,
about,
if all y'all don't
well, what about women? I'm like,
what do you mean about women?
This covers
are you
all,
black?
Yes, he's talking about black folks. Are you
I'm
a black
about black
folk?
people? Are you black?
Like,
if the answer is yes, then shut up.
Yeah.
Why are you trying to dice black people up? Don't get me started on them.
So
who is that? What was that girl the girl that used to sing what was her name?
The girl that used to sing.
She used to sing. She ain't singing no more. You hear her dropping hits?
What's her name?
So was it Simone? Some with an S. I don't know. Seymour? I don't know. They ain't the girl name. Whatever. Look, all right, they all whack.
Sunshine Anderson?
No, it ain't Sunshine Anderson. Whatever that girl name is. Anyway,
yeah,
the article.
She was on that Divas, R&B Divas.
Yeah, and she's not a diva.
Well.
Just.
Okay.
The article.
So, all right, Lisa Raye. This is from
hotnewhiphop.com.
Hotnewhiphop.com.
That's how you know it's the real news.
Yeah, all right.
Homeboy news.
Homeboy Shopping Network.
Shouts to Hot New Hip Hop. Hot New Hip Hop do be holding you down, but Hot New Hip Hop be like homeboynews.com.
Anyway. All right, so Lisa Raye McCoy suggests Halle Berry is bad in bed. I mean, were you in bed with her? Okay. And she says, quote, "That's what I heard." So the gossip comes a week after they criticized Hitmaker for speaking about women he's allegedly had sex with. It was just last week when the ladies of Cocktails with Queens were questioning Hitmaker's bedroom game because the producer spoke openly about his Hollywood sexual exploits during a Drink Champs interview. Are we in high school? But okay.
Drink Champs don't. It's a thing. Sometimes it's great. Sometimes it's not.
Okay. However, things switched up when they got together, and the topic of Halle Berry was brought up during the conversation. I can't quote. I can't imagine Toni Braxton not being able to put it down with the amount of love songs this girl got, said singer Selena Johnson. That's
Selena Johnson, yeah.
The women began speaking over one another, as always, but Lisa Raye McCoy can be heard saying, "all something and no action." Claudia Jordan questioned Lisa Raye, asking her to explain what she meant. "What you mean about Halle Berry? She's not supposed to be good in bed?" Lisa Raye answered, "That's what they said. That's what I read. That's what I've heard. That's what they say." Some people thought it was hypocritical for Hitmaker to be chastised for bringing up his alleged sexual interactions with Naturi Naughton,
a.k.a. Tasha from Power.
Oh, and Ciara Mori?
I don't know that girl.
While the women openly spoke on rumors regarding Halle Berry's sex life. Meanwhile, Halle and her man, singer-songwriter Van Hunt,
who got some jams,
seem to be doing just fine. Check out the clip of Cocktails with Queens below. No thanks.
Nah. All right. First thing, Cocktails with Queens is stupid. I see you trying to have the alliteration. Stop it. All right. So anyway, that's where it came from.
Just a bunch of dried up.
It's some dried up wannabe cougars. That's still. You know what? Cocktails is queen. Cocktails with Queens are your aunties that like think they still got it because they was like killing it 20 years ago, but like nobody's told them like, like you're pretty but you're not young,
and let me
so stop wearing that.
And let me roll back on that. I don't want to be negative about that. I'm not gonna do that.
I'll reel it in. I'll reel in.
Well, I'll take that back. As a black woman, I should not be saying that about other black women. So I'm
what did they dry it up?
So I'm going to roll back on that. I'm not going to do that.
All right, you know
All
what?
I'm going to say is I don't think the show is good. They talk over each other too much. They are very inconsistent with what they want to get all hyped up about. It's like you get hyped up about somebody else doing this, but then you turn around and do the same thing. I'm just,
All right, here's, you know what? Let's be cool. All right, because Tyler Bennett out there being wild, so I had to be wild. Cocktails with Queens has absolutely no substance for black culture, specifically black women. It is fully empty gossip to waste your time, maybe if you're riding the train on the way home. That is a nice way to say it. I'm not talking about their looks. I'm not talking about nothing. I'm not talking about what level or whatever they are. None of them have anything of substance to say whatsoever. You and Madam Butterfly have a better podcast than all four of them put together.
Wow.
Bottom line.
Oh, thank Yeah.
Because it's corny. They're corny. And the way they came out after Ice Cube.
Anyway. He done said all this, and all y'all got to say is, what about women?
So now here comes Lisa Raye with some, well, that's what I heard. Nobody even asked you. Nobody asked you. Nobody said, hey, y'all weren't having a Halle Berry show and it got on Halle Berry's maybe like the boyfriend she's dated. And then maybe there was a quote from like David Justice. Ooh, took it back on that one. Or a quote from, I don't know, Eric Benet or something. And then said, well, wow, they said that. I've also heard this. No, that wasn't even close.
Eric Benet better not say nothing because his new wife is a judge.
What? What you're doing is clout chasing because you don't garner the attention that you want. And you think that you should have more attention because you're pretty. But just because you're pretty doesn't mean that you should get attention. You need to do work in this industry. There are millions of pretty women in entertainment. You need to say something of substance or do something of substance.
Okay, can I just
Where
say,
are the last TV shows? Where are the last movies that you have been in?
You just broke the internet with that. I hope you understand. You just said it is not enough for you to be pretty. You need to do something of substance. You just shut the whole internet down.
They're like, substance?
You
trying
have,
to do that?
like,
trying to front on the ground.
All of OnlyFans has shut down. Half of YouTube has shut down. You have destroyed the internet, sir. It just light a match and just set it on fire.
I mean, there's things that you can do to be engaging and inquisitive or intellectual or even fun or funny. Or their show is none of that. It's gossip. It's your auntie sitting around gossiping. Now, I can see that interesting for a few episodes, but I don't see the longevity in it. Now, that's me. I'm sure there's tons of people watching Fox Soul saying it's the best channel on YouTube or wherever they at. But Lisa Raye, where are her last TV shows where she showed her skills, where she's done something more than just talking about someone else who's showing and proving every day? Halle's still getting roles. Just finished beating up people all over John Wick. Now, she about to beat up some more people. She getting in another role where she fighting folks. When has Lisa Raye... Let's be honest. Let's take away Players Club. If Players Club did not exist, who would Lisa Raye be besides another pretty woman walking around the street, dime a dozen? It's not enough. And then to try to take her down for what? What did Halle do to you? So now you just want to be heard. Now you just want to say things to say things. You don't see me? Well, first out, shout out to Cooley High for the super chat. Yo, what up? What up? We here. Thank you very much, guys. Yo, hey, trust me, like I said, every penny helps, and I thank you for every single one of them. You don't see me tearing down my contemporaries for no reason. Why? I didn't even tear down Kevin Hart. I gave him constructive criticism. I said, I don't like it. I did laugh some. I didn't laugh as much as I should have. But I think if you retool this, your next special can be the best. But you have to get the yes men out your way. Monique, same thing. Fire your husband. Get a real manager. Be funny. So I'm not here to tear people down. I'm not here like, oh, I heard Monique was in the bed. No, this not... I ain't got, I heard, XYZ rapper can't have sex or something. No, it's not what I'm doing.
Oh, and Tyler Bennett, he said they're going to call you sexist patriarchy if you don't watch out, nerd. He's been called that before anyway. Moving on.
Yo, I have been called that. Funnily enough.
Not funnily.
Yes. I love that word.
Not funnily.
Funnily enough.
Is that a word?
But yes, I've been called sexist. I mean, I guess...
You've been called sexist for speaking the truth.
I've been called sexist for questioning someone in front of other people.
You've been called
That's
sexist.
What I was...
You've been called sexist for calling out the fact that what a woman was calling sexist indeed was not sexist. So you were in turn called sexist.
I was sexist for the negative transitive property of the double negative to become sexist.
And don't get me started, because to this day, that still makes me hot.
Yeah, I'm still kind of... And that person is trying to block me behind the scenes too. I'm like, you can't block me. We ain't got the same demographic. You can't block me. Oh boy. Blurtish said they out here trying to make $1 million. Yo, y'all better don't sleep on Blurtish. Yo, they got mad black comics. They out here making podcasts. Don't sleep on them. So so yeah, that's the problem is here. Lisa Raye is someone who wishes that she was in Halle Berry's seat and taking an opportunity to shoot at her. Yes, later on, she did try to backpedal a little bit, but the damage is done, and you look silly out there. And all of y'all look silly outside of maybe Claudia Jordan, but I don't know why Claudia Jordan's even there. Claudia Jordan has an opportunity to actually do something real and be like, oh, snap, she did something, but...
How so? What are you talking about?
I think Claudia Jordan is probably the least corny one out of the group.
Really?
Yeah, I do. I think she's probably the least corny one.
Interesting.
And that she could probably have, like an interesting platform where maybe she interviews people or maybe she goes out and, Claudia Jordan, I think can have an interesting food show. I do. I think Claudia Jordan can have one of those shows where, she goes out, travels all around and eats in great restaurants. And I think she can do that. She's interesting enough to do that. She's articulate enough, unlike maybe some of her other co-hosts, to do that. I don't think the rest of them are, but that's a whole nother thing. I really feel like Claudia Jordan's above them. I'm like, why is she here? Because I look at the list, I'm like, Lisa Raye, yep. Now I'm like, Selena Johnson, makes sense. And then, what's the other girl? That's her name. What's her name? That's her name. What's the other girl? That's her name. And then Claudia Jordan. You know what I'm saying? Those three, I'm like, makes sense that they're there. And then Claudia Jordan, I'm like, I feel like you should be doing something else, better than this. But anyway, Blurtish said Claudia took the quick route, but her career faded hanging on with these losers. Yeah, man, it's not a good look. I think she's dope, and I think she could do way more than this. I don't know why she's doing this, but at the same time, maybe the money's good. Maybe the money's really good. I don't know, man. Madam Butterfly said, it's sad that a 50-year-old woman is talking about another 50-year-old woman's bedroom skills.
Thank you.
Thank you. This is how you know age does not equal maturity. Because what Lisa Raye did was immature.
It was. And petty.
Petty for no reason.
I heard. Don't nobody care what you heard.
Look, especially with the past you have. Come on now. You was cool with the dude from Above the Rim. That him and your husband got together. He's sleeping around. You used to be the first lady. Now you're not the first lady. All kinds of mess. And you got the nerve to come up in here and talk about somebody else's bedroom? What about your bedroom? Did she used to be Miss Trinidad or something? Like the Prime Minister.
She wasn't Miss Trinidad. She wasn't a beauty queen.
Did she used to be the Prime Minister of Trinidad or Bahamas?
She was married to the Prime Minister.
The Prime Minister of Kokomo or something? I don't know. What else she was? See what happens? Kokomo. Look, man. Just bottom line is,
I'm done with you.
She's immature. Turks and Caicos. There it is. Turks and Caicos.
Saying Kokomo. Oh my God. I'm done.
Look, I just knew she was from somewhere. Girl, how far did she think that routine from Players Club was going to take her?
It's taking her this far.
To Fox Soul. I got better production quality than Fox Soul. I'm sitting here, I got a regular 9 to 5. Ain't this Fox? The same Fox supposed to have money?
It took her to Kokomo.
See what happens. This is why. This is what happens. When y'all come in, this is what happens.
Oh my God, my stomach
Jenna
hurts.
James said the island of Samoa. Miss Trinidad Raye. Tyler Bennett said she's gonna be on Disney next. Watch.
Look,
yeah, man.
She is whatever works. Whatever works.
Oh my God. And speaking of corny women, let's move on to Jemele Hill.
Mm.
Jemele Hill already has some problems with Vicky Dillard. Already, we saw her earlier. I was like, what did she do?
If y'all don't know
who Vicky Dillard is, she's one of the funniest people ever. Yo, I don't know Vicky Dillard personally, but Vicky, if you ever see this video, if someone sends this to her with a timestamp of 49:06 or something like that, or whatever the timestamp, look, Vicky, you and that Judge Gabble, you funny.
Yeah.
So anyway, Jemele Hill, y'all know Jemele Hill. All right. Do you want to read her Twitter or do you want me to read?
I mean, you look.
All right, here, Jemele Hill. You know Jemele Hill from ESPN, his and hers. She is. Yamani Adams says somebody talk black to me. Oh man,
which is good. That you know what? That's cute. That's that's catchy.
Yo man, Vicky Dillard be getting me, son. So all right, peep this. Jemele Hill on November 21st said Joe Biden owes black people for his presidency. He will be held to account. Putting Rahm Emanuel in the cabinet is disrespectful and a complete slap in the face to the electorate most responsible for putting him in office.
Can I respond first, please?
Well, I'm gonna let you respond. I'm gonna just say this. She's saying this because at the time, even now, I think I don't think Rahm Emanuel is part of the cabinet. I think it's a rumor that he will be, but I don't think he's confirmed as being in the cabinet yet. But that's why she's making this statement, because there was an article or somebody put up that Rahm Emanuel covered up the murder of a black teenager, Laquan McDonald, and kind of like running down the things that he had done. And you guys, hold up, matter of fact, I forgot to put the link in there for y'all. So y'all can find the link right here. I'm gonna put it in the chat. Here's the link. Y'all can see the tweet right there. So please cover that for me if you would.
Let me say this. Let me go down this road. So when somebody approaches you, like let's say women, when a dude approaches you and he says, I want to be your man. I want us to be in an exclusive relationship. I want you to choose me. Right? Just met him.
Choose me.
Just met him. You know a few things about him, right? But just from what you've heard and the choice things he wants to tell you, right? Mm-hmm. And so then, do you just turn around and be like, all right, I'll be your woman. Y'all get into a relationship and you say, well, I'm going to hold you accountable. Now I have 1,000,005 questions about all the things that you think you might do, you say you're going to do. I know you already my man, and I know I already made this blind decision. But now I'm going to hold you accountable. Is that how we do things? Or do we ask questions
You ask questions first before you enter into a relationship.
How I know I want you to be my man? What you got to offer?
Yeah. And politics is a relationship.
Let me ask you some valid questions. How have you treated your women in the past?
Man, look.
Anyway, I'm just saying.
And Blurted said she was great for sports, but she may have lost a step after Trump threw her career off. Trump ain't do nothing to her career. She threw her career off. She whack. Trump ain't got control of her Twitter. Trump ain't making her tweet things. She doing dumb stuff. I ain't gonna blame Trump on this. Trump ain't did everything. Just like I said, you heard me before, the devil ain't did it all. Sometimes you did it. You know what I'm saying? Don't be blaming, the enemy is busy. No, you busy. You gossip. You the one lying on your taxes, not the enemy. You did that. So anyway, it's a whole nother thing. Marquise Collins in the house. What's popping? So here's the issue. Jemele Hill was one of those people that was all on the train of just vote, and just vote some more from Joe Biden. Don't ask no questions. Just get him in the office because we can talk about it later. But right now, all we want to hear is Joe Biden for office. That's all we want to hear. Yo, Joe Biden used to do this. Stop messing with the issues, just get them in there. What about Kamala Harris? I don't want to hear it. Just put them in the office. Well, what about what they said they wasn't going to do for black people? I don't want to hear nothing. You need to just vote and just vote for vote for Joe Biden, because if you don't vote for him, then you ain't black. You part of the problem.
And now Joe Biden owes black people for his presidency.
Yeah. And then, because we already covered her last time. Thank you, Shot by Nolan. Last time when she said something like black men, all they want to do is buy into white patriarchy or some dumb she said. Yeah. But we off that. Now we on this. Here she go. Oh, I'ma hold you to account. How? How, Sway? Let me ask you this, Jamel. He in the office now. What you gonna do to him? What? See, when you could have held the presidency from him and said, hey, before you get up in here, before you get this gift that you want from me so bad, we want something from you. But when we said, hey, y'all, we need to do that, you was one of them suckers saying, just vote him in. Trump is so horrible. Just vote him in. And Trump is horrible. But like we had our video, we asked,
yep.
Is it better to have the covert or the overt racism? We have run over. And this is the thing. Homegirl is part of that camp that wasn't even willing to even bring up questions. You know what I'm saying? Even question Joe Biden. Even question Kamala. You know what I'm saying? They were just like, just put him in. Just fast track him right in there. Well, now you fast track. Now all of a sudden we seeing all these articles. We seeing all these articles where it's like, yo, it's like let me see, Joe Clyburn, James Clyburn, what's his name? James Clyburn is mad. You know what I'm saying? Because Joe Biden need to do more for black people. Or then you got what's the girl name? Can't remember the other girl. There was another article written from this woman that was saying like, hey, you know, what are black people going to get? Black people aren't getting what they're supposed to be getting. It's like, we tried to tell y'all. And I'm not saying, there's some people that have a very valid point to not vote in the presidential section of the election at all. There's some people that say we need to either ask questions or something, but y'all didn't even want to hear it.
Nope.
Y'all didn't even want to hear it. Like, and now that you didn't want to hear it and you got what you got, now here you come trying to act like I'm going to hold you accountable. Let me ask you this, Jamel Hill. How are you going to hold him to account now that he has the office? What are you doing? What is his incentive to do anything for you, Jamel Hill? Really? What's his incentive? What's his incentive to do anything for black people besides give us lip service? Which stopped after like 3 or 4 days. Because Eva Longoria came in the spot like, oh, nah, Latinx about to take this, y'all.
After he said you want black if you ain't vote for him anyway.
After he said you ain't black if you don't vote for me. You still put this fool in there. But, fine. You wanted persona out of there. You wanted policy in there.
And we said this. This ain't about whether you voted for him or not. It's about, did you take issue with asking questions before voting for him? Because we can all agree. We can all agree that you know, this was kind of being stuck between a rock and a hard place in terms of you want to get Trump out, but you're still looking at Biden sideways. We understand for a lot of people that was like, you know, a tough spot. The issue isn't, again, whether you voted for him. The issue is, did you do it without wanting questions asked, which is ridiculous. At all. Ridiculous.
Like, here's what should have went down. Because now we got all these articles about, does the Democratic Party have a problem? Is there something going on in the Democratic Party? Are things needing to change? Yeah, things need to change in the Democratic Party. Because finally some black people are waking up and realizing, oh, there's no difference. They're racist too. They're not doing anything for us. And I said this, Democrats are going to take a huge L in the next midterm. You want to know why? Because let me give y'all a real quick spoiler. Democrats ain't defunding the police. They ain't going to change a thing. Now, what they'll do is they'll run the clock out. They'll give you a meeting, for the task force, for the meeting, for the think tank, for the meeting, for the strike team, for the task force, for the meeting. And the next thing you know, it'll be 4 years. And you'll be like, oh man, we didn't get to defund the police. Oh, well, we've been trying, we've been working for us, but vote for the re-election. Oh, but we didn't, but we wanted to defund the police. Well, are you gonna change anything about qualified immunity? Let's think about it. But right now, we need y'all to vote once again. Look, I wouldn't be surprised if the Democratic Party isn't irreparably damaged after this electoral, I guess you could say, electoral campaign, these last 2 years till now, and then this 4 years that we're about to have. Because let me let you know, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris ain't changing nothing. They might get COVID under control. Might. But remember, because they're so soft on trying to get these white votes that they want from Trump so bad, they're not going to shut down. They're not going to tell people to wear masks. They're not going to do any of that. And if they were to shut down, they're not going to get the money in the people's hands that the people need to be able to survive without going to work. So what's going to happen is, I don't think they're like other countries have been paying people to stay home to make sure that we can, kind of like get this under control. America's not going to do that, but they'll give you another TARP bailout. Wells Fargo's will be all right. You know what I'm saying? Your boy Bank of America, Citibank, all that, Chase, they're going to be cool. Meanwhile, your mama out here trying to eat ramen noodles and pray for the next check. That's what's going to happen. Are you going to get rid of qualified immunity? No. Still going to be here. And they asked Kamala Harris about Breonna Taylor. This woman said, we need a civil rights investigation. We already know what happened. Investigate what?
They love investigating, boy.
Y'all kill me when we gonna have a meeting about the meeting. Because that's what she did. Stop running out the clock. And the thing is, politicians are trying to operate the way they operated in the 70s and 80s, like it's still the 70s and 80s. With Twitter, with BBC, with all these news sources coming in, and people like black media, like myself, like so many Thought Crimes, Tariq Nasheed, Professor Black Truth, even on the tech side, you got even them weighing in, like MKBHD. You got Vicky Dillon. You got tons of people out here that are on code and off code that are black meat. You got tons everywhere. It's not going to work like that no more. And then to get up on the griot and say, do you think I'm going to do something just for black people? No. Meanwhile, you speaking directly to Hispanics. We're not going to jail, or I can't remember how she said, we're not going to jail anybody anymore, or whatever. Well, if they're the only ones getting jailed, then that means you're doing something specifically for them. So why we can't get nothing specific? Because you black. And America needs a permanent underclass, and we decided there's going to be the descendants of slaves. So back to Jemele Hill. This is what Jemele Hill was telling you to just vote for. Just vote for it, man. Why you hating? Just vote for it. Oh, you ain't black. What, you don't want a black woman in the office? That's what's wrong with you. Just vote. Just vote. And we would the whole time was like, yo, let's just slow down and ask a couple questions real quick and see if we can get some clarity about what they're going to do. Because I ask you now, anybody watching the replay or in the chat at this moment, what is Joe Biden's platform?
No one knows.
What's his platform? What's he going to do? What is the Joe Biden plan?
No one knows.
So we don't even know who he is. So now you want me to date somebody? They ain't got no plan. They don't got no idea about the future. Because politics is just a relationship. So now this woman rolls up to me. She's pretty. She talks a good game. But I've heard some bad things about her. Heard some bad things. And I'm like, hey, it's cool. I don't mind going out on a date or anything. But, I heard this and I heard that. Like, what's up with that? And she's like, don't worry about all that. Just date me. Just take me out. And it's like, no, I don't really have an issue with taking you out. All I'm saying is,
I want to discuss.
I want to discuss like what you did before. Is this the type of person you are now? Why are you hating on me? No, I'm not hating. Do you not like women? No, I'm not saying that. I just want to know about all of this interference from people like Jemele Hill, and you can go back in her own Twitter feed. But it ain't my Twitter feed. I ain't make her write this. I ain't make her say stupid stuff. I ain't make her cape for white supremacy throughout her Twitter feed. No, she did it. So this whole time, all you got is people like, just vote him in, just vote him in. Now they in, now you crying. When you could have just listened to somebody. See how tiring this is? See how sometimes I just want to talk about Lisa Raye and make fun of her? Because now this is some real stuff. Jemele Hill is doing real damage. You know what I'm saying? She does real damage.
And she's married to a black man. That's what kills me.
Yo, because I'm pretty sure they're part of the bougie class of black people that are black celebrities that don't live a real life and aren't interested in the real life of the average day black man and black woman in America. Shoot, Jemele got her money. She on TV. She cool. And she cozying up to them white folks. And I'm pretty sure her black husband is doing the same thing. Skippity-doo-dah, y'all.
Not skippity-doo-dah.
Yes, I said it. But the average day black man and black woman out here dealing with it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's corny. So I don't want to see no tweets like this from Jemele Hill. And I don't even follow her. Well, no. I forgot. I do follow her. You want to know why? Because she used to be on code. Or at least she sounded like she was on code. And now she's just corny. But I do like one of the first responses that you see to her. That's what happens when you decide holding politicians accountable after giving them the one thing they need from you. It's silly, y'all. Silly. Jenna James said, LMAO, he wanted Stedman's cousins, I bet. Yo, man, look. I wouldn't be surprised. But we got one kind of stick it to the man story left.
Not a stick it to the man story.
Kind of stick it to the man story. Sort of a stick it to the man story. Dave Chappelle asked Netflix to remove Chappelle's show from the platform, and Netflix said, okay, and removed it from the platform. And the reason why is because Dave Chappelle don't get paid for that. And Chappelle is like, yo, yeah, they own it. They meaning Comedy Central or whoever owns Comedy Central. I don't know, Viacom or somebody like that. Anyway, they own it, but they ain't playing fair. You know what I'm saying? Look, you heard Pusha T say it best. Them crackers at, Crackers at Warner won't play fair or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Crackers at Jive won't play fair, whatever it was. Look, they won't play fair. You want to sell my show? Pay me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, because and this isn't the first time, we've seen a lot of writers and directors come out with stuff like this because at the time, before streaming existed, streaming wasn't included in contracts. So this isn't the first time we've seen like writers or someone complain like, yo, you know, my show's on Netflix, so I don't get nothing from that. Because of course, at the time when we signed the contract in 97, the Netflix didn't exist. So now there's this nostalgic, you know, kind of resurgence. And now my show is on CBS All Access or Netflix or Hulu or whatever. And I ain't getting a dime. You know what I'm saying? So it's just that Chappelle is in a very good position to be able to make this request because all of Chappelle's new stuff is owned by Chappelle. And Dave Chappelle can easily take all his specials off of Netflix and take them somewhere else. And Netflix probably figured that new money is better than that old money. Yeah, we might make a little bit of money on Chappelle's show. Right. But being the home for all of his new stuff.
The value of that relationship.
Yeah, the value of that relationship is a little too strong. Oh, man. And then Tyler Bennett says, I think the audience still missed Chappelle's larger point. And then, yeah, talking about, it's like, it's funny. It's funny how, like this stuff comes together. But I thought it was kind of cool that, what I'm saying, every now and then an artist gets to stick it to the man at least a little bit. And then he was like, look, boycott my Chappelle show. Don't watch that joint. Stick it to the man.
Madam Butterfly said Monique is going to get new mad at Netflix.
Man, look. I already gave the plan. I gave the plan to Monique years ago, and she didn't listen to me. I said, Monique, fire your husband and be funny.
And she said, Daddy, can I fire you? He said, no.
He said, no. You can't fire me. You my baby. She said, all right, Daddy. I don't know. Look.
All right, Daddy. I ain't really want a career no more anyway.
Yo, straight up. Tell it. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. Girl, sitting around ain't got no career because of your dumb self.
Calling this man Daddy on
Call
national
this man
TV.
Daddy on Breakfast Club. And mad at Charlemagne. Charlemagne corny himself. But still.
Oh, I forgot about that heated exchange with her and Charlemagne.
Yeah, she was like, no, you are your problem.
Yep.
And your husband is your problem too. Don't get mad at Charlemagne.
And your husband's just sitting there being passive aggressive. You know what?
Because
her husband reminds me of an abusive husband. How when he's out in public, he's like Ike. When he's out in public,
he like Ike.
Seriously, when he's out in public, except for in the diner when he,
he did slap her friend
when he knocked her head over heels.
Yo.
But no, in general, he don't say nothing. He just sits right there behind your shoulder, and shoots you an eye, or say like real short, slick stuff that only really you understand is a cue for shut up or whatever it is. That's what he does, and that's what he reminds me of. I'm not saying that man is abusing her. I'm saying he reminds me of an abusive husband with his demeanor.
Yeah, he corny. Jenna James said, will Monique be a part of Precious' engagement ceremony? Heard she got engaged this week. I don't know. Maybe they cool. I know she ain't cool with Tyler Perry. She ain't cool with Oprah. Oprah got a head wrap though, so maybe.
Her name is not Precious.
Yeah, her name ain't Precious. It's Gabernay. Sydney Gabernay?
Something like that.
I think it's Precious. Sydney Gabourey. Sydney, I apologize, but I know it's something like Sydney Gabourey. Gabrone. But I'm not being funny. I'm really trying to pronounce it. I think it's Sydney Gabernay. Something like that. Sidibe?
No, it's Gabourey.
Sidibe?
Gabourey Sidibe, I think.
Gabourey.
Or Sidibe. I don't know.
Sidibe. All right. Look, this is not dissing you. We just saying your name ain't Precious. You know what I'm saying?
So her name is not Precious.
Mike Epps said, Tyler Bennett said Mike Epps was dating for 10 years. Her name Precious. Yo, you better not call her no Precious. Yo, she look like she might throw hands. Don't call that woman Precious. I would never call her Precious. If I saw her, I'd be like, yo, Precious. Like,
no, don't do that.
You know how it'd be a dude down the block and they don't want to like go to be like, hey, yo, Precious.
Like you call what's her name Fancy Pants.
Oh, I did call her Fancy Pants. Yo, shouts to Fancy Pants, man. She's dope. Fancy is cool.
Do you know her real name?
Yeah.
What's her real name?
Her name is Dad. I can't remember her name now.
Thank you.
Her
name is Gabrielle.
Fancy. Gabrielle Bouveau. Yeah. Garcelle Bouveau. Sorry.
See, we both wrong.
Garcelle Bouveau. So yeah, but when I met her, I was like Fancy Pants. So she's still fancy. But Shot by Nolan says she can't catch me. You never know, man. Never know. You know what I'm saying? You never know. Might have that short game on lock.
Madam Butterfly said, tell Monique to blink twice for us.
Yo, like, man, that's it, guys. That's it. That's the show. That's the show. So, you know what? I normally don't do this, but it's Black Friday, so we're going to do this. All right. I want to give a shout out to Vicky Dillon. I normally don't give a shout out to, but because she was roasting your girl Jemele Hill today, and that joint was funny. Her and that Gabble boy.
Oh my God.
She be having me through. I've watched 2 of her shows in my life.
Is, she makes some great points. She has some great content.
But then she be like, "Come on, children!"
When she started banging with that gavel and the way she be opening that weave.
When she go like this,
a curtain. I can't with you. If your hair is that much in your face, twist the wig around or make a part or pin it back. Do something. But you just open
be looking through them blinds
like a curtain every 15 minutes. I can't with you.
Yo, man, she dope. Oh man, no, Antoine didn't say worst movie he's ever seen. Precious. I mean, hey,
it ain't the most uplifting.
It ain't the most uplifting movie.
It's not a,
Oh man, but yeah. Vicky Dillard, super funny. She was running down all this stuff that Jemele Hill to do. It's funny style, and she was mad that she got called Aunt Jemima. Stop doing Jemima stuff. Why I gotta tell you that? Stop doing this. I love all y'all. It's Friday. We had a good show. We went a little bit long, but we still here. We having a good time. Love all y'all. I'm gonna give a shout out to the chat. Hitflix is up in here. What up? Hitflix said Precious is easier to pronounce. Hitflix, Blurtish, Sandra Thomas, Antoine Allen, Jenna James, Tyler B, Shot by Nolan, Boogsworthy, Madam Butterfly, Zias B. Lou. Who we had early up in this joint? I think I'm missing somebody. Cooley High, yes. Cooley High, what's up? And I think that might be it. Oh, Yamani, what's up? Mm-hmm. And I think I got everybody who wasn't lurking. Now, if I missed your name, it is not on purpose. There's a whole bunch of people trying to scroll through the chat, so it's not on purpose. I thank you for rolling through. I'm thankful. Oh, and Markeith Collins, what up? So I am thankful for all you guys, for real, coming through. We just wilding out, talking about the crazy world that we in. It's fun. And semi-cathartic for a brother, too. You know what I'm saying?
Can I say this to Tyler Bennett?
Go and drop it.
No free promo? No, sir, because we would not want to deprive you from the opportunities to support black business to the fullest. We don't want to deprive you of that, Tyler Bennett.
Oh, man. Shouts to Panda. Panda, another person that's been holding me down for real. Panda, don't forget, when you get everything set up, let me know. We here, you know what I'm saying? So Panda, once you get everything set up, I'm ready to roll. But yeah, Aunt Jalila Hill lurking.
Jamelia Hill, wow.
Man. Jemele Hill had the nerve to say something about Vicky Dillard, like, you wouldn't say this to my face. You're missing the point. Saying it to your face or behind your back is the point that it's said. Things like this shouldn't be said about a black person. The fact that it's said means that there's something wrong. Like, if someone says, hey man, feel like you tap dancing, you should be like, oh snap. You shouldn't be mad that they said you're tap dancing. You should be mad that, like, hold up, am I tap dancing? Now, if you check, because Lady Lisa will let you know. Lady Lisa, when I think I trip, I'll be like, yo, am I tripping?
You will.
I'll be like, yo, am I tripping or am I not tripping? And then if I be like, I'm not tripping, I go ahead. But Tyler Bennett.
Look.
Yo.
You know what? You have been forgiven for all your shenanigans.
Tyler Bennett funny, man. Shouts to the super chat, the $9.99.
For all of your shenanigans tonight.
Tonight.
Yeah, it starts because
we start a new counter. The next show, we start a brand new counter for you because you crazy.
Because you come with the shenanigans.
Yeah, because you crazy. Oh, man. Tyler Bennett, I will say this. As crazy as Tyler Bennett can be, I don't think the chat would be... I don't think the chat would be better without him, man. You need somebody crazy. Tyler Bennett's the crazy person that comes through. I can't have like 3 more Tyler Bennetts. Just one. A sprinkle of spice. Don't you know how people put a little dash in there? Don't be trying to dump the whole just a dash of the Tyler Bennett. Oh man, you gotta pay for your trolling. But yeah, thank you for everyone roll through. Thank you for being in the chat, even if you lurking. As far as Jemele Hill, if she is lurking, Jemele, stop it. Stop. And then people won't call you out. If you don't do dumb stuff, people won't call you out. Now, if you're against black people, cool, be against them. But don't be mad when black people that's on code call you out for being against them. You can't have it both ways, all right? You want to be semi-pro-black. It don't work like that, all right? You can't, either you pro-black or you not. You can't be pro-black and say, but black men want white supremacy. It don't work like that. You can't be pro-black and be like, vote for Joe Biden just because. Like, it don't work like that. You got to ask some questions. You know what I'm saying? We got questions. So, like, Jamel, just stop it. Stop it. Like, why I got to tell you this? You supposed to be the big money ESPN person. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be the sports lady. You should be telling me to do stuff. You're supposed to be helping us out, and we got to help you out because you don't know how to act. Here dancing with Rob Gronkowski cheesing and stuff. Get on by that. Was she married when she did that picture?
I don't know.
I don't
know her life.
With that said, guys, Lisa, say peace.
Bye, y'all.
And of course, NERDSoul, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all them places. Hit that thumbs up if you like what you see. Hit that thumbs down if you don't. If you hit that thumbs down, I'm going to send Jamel hell after you. All right. Now, all you're going to get is a whole bunch of like half on code, semi-pro blackness and a bunch of corny tweets. This girl, Vicky Dillon showed some kind of tweet she had talking about Cardi B should have a biopic. I'm like, Cardi B? Is there another Cardi B that we don't know about? The Cardi B that made WAP, she needs a biopic? Raye needs a biopic. Muhammad Ali needs a biopic. Malcolm X needs a biopic. I don't know. If you want to do another musician, Michael Jackson. So somebody who's accomplished. Cardi B? All right, let's take it off of men. You want women? How about Janet Jackson, who has 3, I'd say 4 classics to her name, while Cardi B has one song that got hot. Where she got on, and then she had a song this summer. Come on, man. Like, there's 2. What about Whitney? What about Janet Jackson? What about a real Aaliyah story? Not that trash that Wendy Williams made. Not that buzz that she made. A real biopic. I'm talking about women that did things. All right, musician. If you want to keep it on women that are musicians, women that did things. All right, Cardi B. Her? The girl can rap, but if we gonna do rappers that are women, where the Queen Latifah story? Huh? Tell me. Talk to me. I'm just saying. While MC Light, we got Shantae, we got Roxanne Shantae on Netflix. We got that. What about Queen Latifah? MC Light, Missy, all these people that's mad doper than her. This girl said Cardi B biopic. That's how you know they don't want no substance, man. That's how you know they don't want no substance. Panda said Cardi already told us everything. Just put all her Insta rants together. Ta-da. Oh, man. Blurted said F Wendy. She the problem why the terrible actor who just last played Storm got a job. Yup. Yo, man. Look, now, okay. It's not Alexandra Shipp fault that she played Storm. She's an actress taking a job. But she does seem to find herself in some whack stuff. Like, she finds a way to find herself in some whack projects. Like, here's the deal. Alexandra, man, you to a certain degree, you try to get on. But, like, once she saw people casting, like, when they casted Timbaland and Missy, I'm like, come on, man. Y'all did them like that? Look, as a brother from Virginia, y'all can't do Tim and Missy like that. We gotta trash that one. Strip it from the internet. Let's make a new Aaliyah story. And the way they tried to play R. Kelly, my dude, like they were just friends, and no. R. Kelly literally preyed on this young woman.
Yep.
And stop trying to make it seem like the parents ain't know nothing. Like we was clueless. Look, there's more to that parent story than we know.
Well, my thing is, now that we know, in all fairness, her uncle was supposed to be
looking after her. Her uncle was the one that was supposed to be taking care of her. So they probably
were like, cool, her uncle's
there
her
with
uncle
her. Got her. Yep.
Not a problem. But uncle was looking another way.
Shot by Nolan said Alexandra Shipp is Jessica Alba light. You know what? You kind of hit that one. Hitflix said she could have passed on Storm, so it's her fault. She knew she wasn't right for it. Yeah, but I mean, on one hand, I get you. Like, she should have passed on it. But I mean, yo, you a working actress and you like, yo, Marvel is popping, superheroes are popping. Let me get this superhero money. So it's like, I see where she coming from, but it's like, dude, did you read the script? You should have read that script and be like, oh, I don't do nothing in this. Let me pass. Oh, this is whack. The only cool part of this movie is the part with Magneto with his family out in the woods. The rest of this is whack. I don't want to be in this. Oh, boy. Like, all them like X-Men movies, sans maybe 2 of them, there ain't no need to go back to them. Ain't no need to go back to those joints. So, of course, podcast is out there if y'all want to listen. If y'all prefer podcasts, y'all can listen to NERDSoul. Just type in NERDSoul. It'll come up. I'll be like, ha ha. And then you can listen. You know what I'm saying? You can be like, oh, it's right there. And Spotify for that music because your boy got some jams. With that said, we have exercised the demons and we did extra time for y'all. Extra time. You know what I'm saying? We out here. You know what I'm saying? Shout by no one said, I just get a white mohawk. You know, Panda said, isn't Jessica Alba a billionaire though? Yeah, because ain't she selling some baby clothes or something?
She owns the Honest company that has all the baby products.
Yeah, she's making baby clothes and stuff. So Jessica Alba made that money. It's a long way from, what was that show? Like Dark Angel? It's a long way from Dark Angel, boy. Whoo, remember Dark Angel? Shouts to old school Fox. You know what I'm saying? That Dark Angel boy. Whoo, it's been a long time. But I mean, hey, you billionaire making baby clothes or something.
It's not baby clothes. It's baby wash and
baby wash. Well, if you look, babies get dirty. All right, so make that money. Gotta do what you gotta do. So with that said, we thank y'all for coming through. I'm gonna leave y'all with Arcatron. That's ARCKATRON.com. The Space Bridge is in stores right now. Check it out, guys. For real, it only takes a second. Matter of fact, here we go. Arcatron is that dude. Arcatron is a friend of the show. Arcatron has been making music for me and other shows for the longest. It would please me on this auspicious occasion if y'all hit this link for Arcatron, go through, follow him on Instagram. He's that dude. Homie is cool. Like Arcatron, follow him on Instagram. Follow. He's dope. And yeah, a woo for all y'all. That's right. A woo for you, and a woo for you. You know what I'm saying? We're going to leave it like that. And then, hey, maybe next time when I see y'all, I'll have 5,000 subscribers, y'all. That's right. 5,000. That's the next step. 5,000 is the next step. And then after that, we go on to 10. And after that, we go on to 25. So and then after that, we go on to 50.
That means y'all got to share it, tell people about it, all that good stuff.
So share it. Get out there in them streets. Tell them that NERDSoul, yo, it's fun. We come and talk about Lisa Raye and tell Jamel Hill to just stop it. Just matter of fact, Jamel Hill just take a break. Take a break. So, Arcatron on them beats right now. I'm gonna let y'all do y'all thing for the rest of this awesome weekend. Oh, and don't forget, shop.thatnerdsoul.com for a new t-shirt if you need one because it's Black Friday.
Sweatshirts. It's
sweatshirts, you know, get your hoodie season on. So, of course, from us to you, we thank you for coming through and peace. We out. Yeah. What? Yeah.